Now, basically, this idea came with two people. Last year, Lynn Davis, one of my favorite speakers on the planet. She spoke to us about who? Lord, did she talk to us about him. If you weren't here last year, you missed a treat. She introduced us to Sarah's handmaiden Hagar. She brought to life this young woman's struggles and affirmed for us that there is a living God who sees each and every one of us and who calls us by name. Amen. In 2008, Melvin Jones did our worship service. Who was there? Lord have mercy. He double dared. He triple dared us to soar. You remember that? He used the image and characteristics of the eagle and taught us how to use the currents of this life's troubles, trials, and tribulations to rise above the storms that are just below us. This year, our theme, This Side of Jordan, has been inspired by the life of Abraham's grandson, Jacob. We're going to view his physical journey that led to his spiritual growth.
All right.
Okay. My topic for today is a faith of my own, my defining moment. Now, I have to say this. Mom said it, but I have to say it again. This is just an overview. Now, I don't have time to go over each and every aspect of this topic, but I want to challenge you, my sisters. Do this study. If you start with Abraham and just work your way on, I would say go back to the beginning, but if you start with Abraham and work your way down through Joseph, I promise you, you will be blessed. There is so much in there. All right, so let's start. Isaac, when we take matters into our own hands, the Lord is going to bless us because God is faithful, but let me tell you, we have to go through some stuff. I got to study this. There's so much Isaac, Lord, let me keep going. Okay. Every time Laban tried to do something against Jacob, God was right there loving him, protecting, and caring for Jacob. And Jacob became filthy, stinking rich. Uncle Laban and his sons became jealous of Jacob's wealth. So God told him, it's time to go back home. 20 years have passed, and Jacob had come to Paddan Aram with nothing but a staff. And now he's living with a family and with wealth. God had blessed Jacob with 11 sons and some daughters. We don't really hear about the daughters, but there were some daughters in there. And God had proven himself to Jacob time and time again. And Jacob's faith has increased. He leaves his uncle's household and heads for Canaan. Now remember the conditions under which he left. Esau wanted to kill him. And now it's time to face his brother once again. Can you imagine the anxiety that must have come back? You know something? It's amazing how God has blessed each and every one of us time and time again. But in times of adversity, what happens? We start to get a little nervous, don't we? Okay. Even though this was a situation that Jacob created through deception, God still loved and cared for him. God cared for him so much that he sent angels to Jacob. And after that, he was feeling really good. He got reassurance from heaven. These are emissaries from the throne of God. How awesome is that? Jacob felt so much better that he sent messengers ahead. He said, all right, go ahead and just tell Esau I'm on my way home. This is what I want you to tell him. Now get it right. Tell him that I have cattle and donkeys and sheep and goat and men servants and maid servants. And I'm sending this message to you. And he humbles himself. He says, sending this message to my Lord, that I might find favor in your eyes. I know I messed up, but you're still the oldest, and I'm giving you the honor that's due. So, I want you to come now. I want you to stand by Jacob's side, and I want you to look out, and I want you to see the messengers coming. Can you imagine his excitement? All right, they're going to tell me something good. My brother's ready for me. God has fixed this. And so the messengers get there, and he said, I'm paraphrasing now. Well, what did he say? And he said, we went to your brother Esau. We told him what you said. And he's coming to meet you with 400 men. Can you see the fear on Jacob's face? Let me tell you, fear can destroy faith. Genesis, the 32nd chapter, in verse 9 says, Then Jacob prayed to God, O God of my father Abraham, God of my father Isaac, O Lord, who said to me, go back to your country and your relatives, and I will make you prosper. I am unworthy of all the kindness and faithfulness you have shown your servant. Can you see the growth? I had only my staff when I crossed this Jordan, but now I have become two groups. Save me, I pray, from the hands of my brother Esau, for I am afraid he will come and attack me. But what Jacob didn't understand is, though he was standing on this side of Jordan, God had already fixed the other side. His brother Esau didn't attack him. When he saw him, he came to him, he ran to him, he hugged him, and they cried. He wept over him. God was working on Esau too. We, like Jacob, have lived on borrowed faith. We were convinced that there was one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one church. We followed examples of faithful mothers and fathers and fellow brothers and sisters of the Lord's body. We searched the scriptures and we were educated in truth. But listen, it's in those moments when we are powerless, when only God's intervention will get us through the turbulence that we are going through, that God becomes real. Last night, Sister O'Donnell said adversity. Adversity is what makes us pray those real prayers. The ones where we don't have those pretenses. We don't even say, Lord, help me, please, Jesus. Those are the times that define our faith. Those are those moments when we stop living on borrowed faith, when we have a faith of our own. Listen, sisters, I've been there. Lord knows I know what I'm talking about. There were times when I collapsed to my knees. My child was little. I put her in front of a TV and I went into the bathroom and fell to my knees and wailed, Lord, help me, please. Listen, we need those moments. They're agonizing. They're heartbreaking. They're heart-wrenching. But let me tell you, God has a way of working stuff out in us. He brings out the best in us while glorifying himself. We need those defining moments to find a faith of our own where we can stand strong and say, I know. Not I know that he knows, but that I know what God can do. You understand? How many people have witnessed that? Can I get a witness? Let me tell you. We need to understand that no matter what happens on this side of Jordan, God has already fixed it on the other side. May the Lord bless this retreat, and may he bless each and every one of our hearts to be enlightened this weekend. I thank you so much for your attention, my sisters.
All the trials, heaven will be worth it all. We're going to continue on with our program for the morning.